are set to go. Evan McPherson to do the honors, and we are underway from Cincinnati. No run back here on the opening kickoff as we'll start at the 25. Throwing first play is Herbert. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Gotta hope that's not a sign of things to come as they face an early second and long. Here's the first carry for Austin Eckler, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is third and long. They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. Try to force it to Allen, and it's intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. Not something you see very often from a quarterback of his caliber, an opening drive interception.
Oh, there's no doubt in my mind that even he's surprised at how that one played out. But we know this guy is not going to stop him from continuing to fire as this game goes along.
And he'll take this into the end zone for Bengal TD. Joe Mixon. An 8-yard touchdown run. And the Bengals take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. DeAndre Carter now from his end zone. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And now the Bengal defense here calling a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Chargers in good field position to start out. 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. That's going to be caught. It's Palmer. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Herbert off the play action. And he'll find Everett there, complete. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Gerald Everett, a 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Chargers are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. And that is one, no doubt, that may come back to haunt it because the PAT tied it. They didn't need to go for 2.
I keep searching for an explanation. I know it's quick right here. I think I can search for the next year and not come up with anything that absolutely works. Kick the point, man. Kick the point. I don't get it.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
The football changing hands here as this offense takes the field. Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive, because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. A 5-yard pass on the heels of a 5-yard run. Good enough for the first. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow.
Man open, that's Jamar Chase, complete.
And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Mixon with a first down carry. They find some open field here.
And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line.
Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Out of the gun, it's Burrow.
That one taken in by T. Higgins. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
That's what you call stringing the play out. I know he was looking for a spot to get upfield, but they gave him nowhere to cut, nowhere to find a place to make it into the secondary, and they forced him out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd and 11 now. Burrow, that is caught at the 7-yard line. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll leave them with a 3rd and 2.
Here we go. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
Third and 2, now Burrow. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Well, it's about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down.
So on 4th down, off goes Burrow. On comes Evan McPherson for the Bengal field goal. McPherson's kick is good.
And that'll do it for the first quarter of play.
Here's McPherson now to send it away.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. On 1st down, Justin Herbert dancing to his left. That's complete to Austin Eckler, the running back. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Now that's the type of play that gives you a chance to win. Nothing forced downfield where you don't have a guy open. Swing it out to the back, maybe even check it down, whatever you want to call it. Gain of 5. You're just trying to get 4 on 1st down. They're ahead of the chains now.
The throw over the middle taken in. Oh, he's got some breathing room. Touchdown, L.A.
And boy, CD, it's one thing to watch a great run, but when it's a great run with broken contact, it's like a cherry on top. That was a nice play.
Yeah, and this is one of the best runs you'll see. A lot of times on these long touchdowns, you'll see he gets into the end zone untouched, but not here. He fought his way through contact, and it barely even registered, and he just continued down the field all the way to the end zone.
And you can see the distance traveled there after the initial contact on the next-gen stats.
And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. Now, the Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Here we go, here we go. Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here, 1st and 10
at their 25-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He's got his big tight end. That's Hurst. A big play there on the catch and run. 45 yards.
Well, this is where quarterbacks' passing numbers sometimes get a little bit more inflated than they should, because this is a short little pass, but it goes for big yardage.
Yeah, and we see this so often. There's excellent coverage downfield, so the quarterback makes a nice decision, just flip it out to the front and see what the running back can do. Plenty of space to roam, and he turns it into a big play.
Burrow going to give this to Mixon.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
To the right side and complete to Hurst. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
11 MT, 11 MT.
From the gun to give to Mixon. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown.
Joe Mixon
with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half.
And the Bengals have retaken the lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And that will make this a 4-point game.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. From his end zone, here comes Carter. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Charger drive about to get going.
The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
Trey Hendrickson showing off his pass rush repertoire that time.
And that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football, led to a sack. And that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. Out left, he's got it to Everett. And that's not nearly going to be enough. Stopped at the 22, and he needed plenty more. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. They snap it to Herbert. That's going to be complete to his tight end, Everett.
And he is going to have the Chargers 1st down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive.
On 1st and 10, Herbert. He's got a man, complete. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown.
Austin Eckler,
70 yards as they have taken the lead. Now the try here for the extra point. And that one gives them a 3-point lead.
Makes the score. Chargers 20, Bengals 17.
The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away.
And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
On 2, ready?
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
The long drive last time out for this offense, Charles, if you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
As a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. This is caught, it's Boyd. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Well, they had a gain of 10 last time, now a gain of 20 here.
11.
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow to Mixon on the check down. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a 1st down again. Now it's Burrow.
The pass to Boyd, and he brings it in on the crossing route.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
Here we go.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
A draw play for Mixon. He's down inside the 10 to the 8. And it comes on a gain of 8. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the 1st half. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it.
The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Coaches talk about it all the time. Players talk about it as well. Excellent job staying disciplined in coverage and making that stop. Inside the red zone, every stop like that could be preventing a possible touchdown.
11. Stop.
They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he has the 1st down before he's tackled at the 5. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. So it's 1st and goal, and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass.
11.
On 2nd and goal, Burrow.
Now, quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
All right, Captain. It's batting down the hatches time defensively. Dodged 2 pass attempts to the end zone. Now what do you think they're going to try and dial up on 3rd and goal?
Well, knowing them and knowing what we just seen, I think they're throwing it again, don't you?
I think you have to. I think in this situation, you've kind of run out of your running plays. Fire another one into the end zone.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal.
Now Burrow.
And that'll be caught. Touchdown, Bengals. It's Tyler Boyd.
A great effort there in the final seconds of the 1st half.
And the Bengals have taken the lead here in the final stages of this 1st half.
And his kick is good, but flags come in. Looks like we're going to get a roughing call here on the follow-through.
So barring a touchback, this likely the final act of the half as the kick is away.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Final play of the 1st half, barring a penalty, as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And some space here. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3.
And the half will begin with a touchback.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Tremendous coverage there. Just did not catch the football and complete the interception. But what do they say all the time? If he had really good hands, he'd be playing offense.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down.
11 MP.
Burrow looking to pass. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Oh, I thought he had that one, and that was nearly a big 3rd down conversion to give this drive some life. Instead, they're on the spot and help separate the receiver from the ball.
Burrow going for it on 4th. He gets this one to Boyd. And he is going to have the Bengals 1st down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Mixing up the middle. And some room to roam now. 71 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon. They've got the lead early here in the 3rd quarter, and runs like that are how they establish that lead in the 1st half.
I love the fact that you're using the word lead, because they're leading from the front, pounding on the defense right now with the running game, and truly establishing themselves here in the 2nd half.
Out to his left. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard.
11.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against?
A bit of a jump there, CD. He breaks the line, and that'll be 5 yards.
And you've got to stay more disciplined than that, Brandon. That's just a free gift to the offense.
After the penalty, it's Mixon. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense, rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole. Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact.
And now a fumble. The ball's out and picked up by the Chargers. There he goes, right side, past the 20. And they are going to score on the fumble return. Touchdown, L.A. So a big turn of events there. This defense makes the play. They return it for the score, and now they have the lead.
So much for ball security for the offense. Playing with a lead in the 2nd half. They give the ball up, and all of a sudden they're behind.
Big-time fumble. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return.
And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now it's Burrow.
Oh, that Gets into a double team, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Michael Davis.
And the Chargers are going to take possession of the football.
Running on first down, Eckler.
And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here.
It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Charger first.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
Herbert on first down now. He finds his target, Allen. Touchdown, Allen! Keenan Allen, 31 yards.
And the Chargers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
No problem there on the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25.
On 2.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers.
He released that awkwardly. It almost looked like a pitcher who gripped his fastball a little too hard and let it go late, and it bounced in front of the plate.
Yeah, one of those fastballs that ends up at 57 feet, not 60 feet, 6 inches. Just a little short with the arm, which is unusual because we saw him in warm-ups. He's got a big, strong arm when he delivers it with confidence.
So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. Burrow throw. He completes it to Boyd.
And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Again, it's Burrow. And that is taken in by Hurst. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. Here's Burrow. This is caught. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5.
11 mighty. 11 mighty.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
On 1, right?
Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal.
Mixon will take this one in. Touchdown, Cincinnati. So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a 1-score game here in the 4th.
And that's what these guys have done all game long because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now, we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. From his end zone, here comes Carter. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
The Charger drive about to get going.
Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
47 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
On 1st down, it's Herbert. That is incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the 2nd half. That's just his 2nd incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the first down marker. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for third.
I like how he hung in there and went through his progressions, but eventually his internal clock went off and told him it was time to make a run for it, and he ends up sliding down with a solid gain.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
On 4th down, Herbert. That's complete to the tight end, Everett. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. Going deep here for Allen. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Chidobe-Awuzie with a pick. And the Bengals are right back in this football game. A critical error there in a tight game of the fourth.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
Meanwhile, Burrow's throw here on target to Hurst. Finding space at the 40. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. The big gainer there on the catch and run, 37 yards. And CD, we have seen some great runs the last few times we've been together, but I think we could at least put this one in our top 5. That was a determined gallop there. Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on second down.
From the 35 on second down. Burrow eluding the pressure right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. It's Khalil Mack that time, shooting in there to get him to the ground. If they get nothing else here on third down, it'd be a 53-yard attempt from this spot. They'll look to throw here. Escaping the pressure right. Dumps it off to Mixon. And he'll be brought down at the 34, well short of the first down marker. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. On the right hash, officially this will be a 51-yard attempt. McPherson's kick is good. And we are all tied here in the final stages. So a big kick to get this back to even. And now the worry is, did you leave too much time on the clock? Because another field goal the other way, that does you in.
You're exactly right. You didn't get it to overtime yet. So now as a defense, you've got to...
Now a hit and a loose football. And the Bengals grab it. And he'll bring it back to about the 5-yard line. And careless with a football there on the kick return.
And one thing I love about going to practices is trying to get around coaches and hear their catchphrases and what they really emphasize. We haven't been to a single one yet this year where a guy fielding a kick, you don't hear, tuck it away, tuck it away, tuck it away. And this time, they turned it over.
Ball security eluded him. Another try for And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Well, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal.
Here's a run with Mixon. And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals.
Joe Mixon
taking it in from 2 yards out.
And the Bengals have broken this deadlock and have taken the lead here in the 4th.
Important extra point up and through, and they will take a 7-point lead.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. From his end zone, here comes Carter. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21.
The Charger drive about to get going.
Here comes another drive from this unit, and Charles, they're coming off a costly mistake on the last possession, an interception in a game that is very close right now.
Well, as we know, they all sting no matter what the situation, but in a one-possession game, that'll hurt a little bit more, but this is an excellent opportunity to make up for it on this drive. I just don't expect them to try and take huge gambles to make up that momentum in a hurry.
Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete. This pass rush, they've been excellent all game long, and another example of it right there in the closing moment.
Not only with the pass rush, but how well they're coached, because if you don't quite get there, get to the quarterback, get your hands up into the passing lane and knock it away as we just saw there.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the first down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
Herbert going to throw. Got a man, it's complete, it's Palmer.
And he'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. And a big 32-yard play on 3rd.
Herbert.
And his throw here's incomplete.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a non-stop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Herbert will give this one to Eckler.
Bulldozes past him, and he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first and he is across and in for the score. And now they can tie the game in the final stages with the extra point.
Or they can go for 2 and go for the win.
So now this will be, in all likelihood, to force overtime. And he has got it. So barring something crazy on the kickoff, we're looking at an extra period to decide this one. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee and they'll start things out at the 25.
On 1, ready?
The The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
Charles, obviously not much time left. I'm curious to see if there's enough for them to get into field goal range and try to win this thing.
And partner, you and I both know the save calls to kneel and just take it into overtime. But it's also very tough to pass up a chance to win it right now as well. But remember, if you do attempt that, it's got to be a big play downfield and still leave yourself enough time to get your field goal unit out there and kick for the win.
And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left.
Gun. Shot.
To throw, Burrow.
He's going to try and go deep again. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. And we have free football overtime. Here we go, my friend.
And the way this game played out, this is exactly how it should end, going to overtime, because neither one got an advantage today.
So 4 quarters couldn't settle a winner, and now the Chargers going to get the first opportunity here in OT as the kick is away. From his end zone, here comes Carter. And he returns this to the 22.
The Charger drive about to get going.
Well, they fought hard to reach this point, Charles, and now what an opportunity. They've got the ball first, a chance to take this overtime win away.
He's got a man, complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. On first down, Justin Herbert. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
Well, touch and time are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert.
And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they got a more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the first down, and don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
Now Herbert with it, looking to pass.
He dumps it to Eckler underneath. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
I have to tell you, Brandon, I feel like a coach right now because I'm wondering why the angle route continues to be so effective when as an inside linebacker, you're always taught, don't let someone cross your face. If they want to go outside, it's okay. But they make that outside fake, cut back inside, often to great success.
And he'll get it down inside the 20 to the 18-yard line.
68 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
And I know you, with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying, if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settling, because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to end the game right here. And I know the defensive guys poking, clawing, raking, trying to knock the ball free and protect their end zone.
Yeah, like you alluded to, especially this part of the field. It's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Boy, that one hurt, CD. They were in field goal range. They wanted that touchdown, understandably, but now a field goal on the other side would beat them.
And when you get the ball first in overtime, you're thinking to yourself, nothing less than a field goal, but you really want the touchdown. You don't want to put the onus on your defense to try and hold. In this case, they put it on them anyway, but at least they were aggressive, trying to get the score that would have ended the game.
First throw in overtime now for Burrow. Oh, and it's intercepted.
And the Chargers are going to take possession of the football. But not only do they get the interception, now they've got it first and goal and already in chip shot range here for a field goal to write it into this script.
Brandon, they have to be thinking to themselves, do we just run the field goal kicker out there right now? Most teams, though, tend to run a play or two, take care of the football, and then kick it on third down.
Charles, normally when you see a group score this many points, it's a complete blowout. But instead, they needed every single one of those in this close, high-scoring affair.
And, Brandon, I'm still on the edge of my seat after that one because when you have that much scoring and it still comes down to a one-possession game at the end, that's not something we see very often. In this case, these offenses, they brought it. The defenses, they're going to need some work going forward.